Hey, hi Sakshi. Mehul here. Good evening.
Good evening, Mehul. Do you want to check anything, your screen or something?
Yeah, I'll just check.
Yeah. Your volume is little low. Can you just check?
Okay, now it's good.
Yeah, it's better, but it's still low.
Okay. I'll just try sharing my screen as well. One
Yeah.
second. Okay. Let me know if you're able to see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. So, we'll kickstart in another minute, or we have to wait for 5 more minutes?
We'll wait for 2 minutes. Yeah.
Ah, sure. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
రెడ్డి ఇప్పుడు మనది కెమెరా ఆఫ్ అయిపోతుంది. బ్లిస్ఫుల్లీ సోల్ఫుల్ అంట. వీళ్ళకు నేను వాట్సాప్లో టెక్స్ట్ మెసేజ్ చేస్తే షూ ఉంది అంటే వీళ్ళంతా
A very good evening, everyone. I'm Sakshi Rora, back to you all on day 16 of PosiFest 2024. A very warm welcome to Mehul.
Hi, Sakshi.
Hi. Thank you
Good
so
evening,
much for
everyone.
taking in the last moment. On such a short notice, you're available with us. Thank you so much. So before we proceed with today's session, I would like to give a brief introduction about Mehul. Mehul Shah is the memory expert and co-founder of Volt Education and is an expert in team management, customer satisfaction, and strategic vision with over 4 years, 5 years of leadership experience in the edtech sector. A very warm welcome to you, Mehul. It's all
All right. Great. Thank you so much, Sakshi, for hosting me on this platform. And hello, everyone. Good evening. So today we are basically going to have a brief, session of 1 hour on vocabulary, right? How we can make this, boring, topic more creative and learn, English vocabulary in a much more intuitive, much more creative way, right? So we will make use of a lot of memory tricks through which we are going to learn, English vocab words, right? Um, so I'll quickly share my screen, but before I do that, why we are into this, right? Why vocabulary is so much important? Okay, how many of you believe that vocabulary is super important? If I have to ask this question to all of you, Uh, right? So yeah, if all of you can turn on your video, that would be great. So that we can understand your interaction, engagement as well. Or else if you can't, you can share your responses in the chat box. But English vocabulary is super important, or to learn any other language, vocabulary is super important, right? People believe कि grammar आ जाएगा तो हो जाएगा, right? First I'll learn grammar, then I will learn how to structure a sentence, then I will learn then I will start reading, then I will start speaking, right? So the thing is ki to improve your any language, you need to start speaking in that language, number one. Number two, you should be well versed with the vocabulary, right? So now that is what we are trying to solve the problem. And if you see, lot of parents used to complain कि मेरा बेटा books नहीं पढ़ता है, मेरा बेटा English में बात नहीं करता है, right? So the reason why he or she is not doing that, you have to understand that, right? कि मतलब कि न्यूज़पेपर भी पढ़ना है या कोई और बुक भी पढ़ना है, तो उसमें एक पैराग्राफ में इतने 10-15 वर्ड्स आ जाएंगे जिसका मीनिंग ही नहीं पता है उन्हें, राइट? तो गिव अप तो वहां पे ही हो गया बच्चे का कि मुझे एक पैराग्राफ में इतना नहीं, बट यू विल आर्ग्यू कि अरे पूरा पढ़ो, कॉन्टेक्स्ट समझ में आ जाएगा, इट्स ओके, दैट्स फ्रॉम योर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू। लेकिन बच्चे की पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ही इज लूजिंग द होप कि मतलब इसमें ही मुझे इतने सारे वर्ड्स का मतलब नहीं पता है, आई एम नॉट रीडिंग, राइट? मेरा काम हिंदी में हो रहा है, मेरा काम मदर टंग में हो रहा है, राइट? सो द थिंग इज that is the reason vocabulary is super important to develop good habits, to make a person ready for all kind of competitive exams like CAT, ZAT, IELTS, TOEFL, etc. Right? So let me quickly share my screen here and let me know if you're able to see my screen. All right. I think you should be able to see my screen now.
Yes.
Sakshi, if you can.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'll quickly do the slideshow, and there's a brief about us, like what we do and where are we, right? We have already hit the number of 1 million plus across 16 countries, not cities, across 16 countries, and we have been acclaimed by Hindustan Times, right? And our story has been featured in bestseller book Super Siblings, right? We have been mentioned in other medias as well. Okay, my bad. 1 second. Okay. So other medias like Your Stories, Business Standard, Hindustan Times, right? And there's a short video before I kickstart my session today. So this is my co-founder, Mr. Abhishek Jain, right? So it is a bit about what we do. So I'll just play a video quickly.
Does the video have an audio, Mehul?
So video we have muted it.
Okay.
So video is there, but I think because of some technical glitch, it is not getting played
No worries.
at
No
the back end.
worries.
Great. So this was a brief about us, and now let's move on to the thing which we were talking about. Okay. So and that is the techniques, right? The memory techniques that we are going to use. So it's called a brain mapping technique, right? Law of association. What this technique tells us, like if you associate the old information with the new information, your brain will be able to retain that information for the longer period of time, right? So this is what the technique we are going to use to learn a few words today in this workshop, right? So let's say how many of you know about this guy in Arabian Nights, right? If you can type in the chat box who was this guy, then it would be fun. So how about everyone gets engaged and type in the chat box? Who is this guy? I can see a few responses. Aladdin, right? So great. Everyone is aware of this guy Aladdin, right? That is already there in our brain. So now let's use this information to learn a word called paladin, right? There is a word called paladin. Now, if you hide the letter P from this word, the left out word is Aladdin, right? Now, everyone knows that Aladdin was a hero, a jinn, right? Aladdin was a hero, a jinn for Jasmine in Arabian Nights. Now, if we know Aladdin was a hero and we have used this information and we already know the meaning of the word paladin is actually hero, right? So you will never forget this word now. You will always relate paladin with Aladdin. And we all know Aladdin was a hero, so paladin means hero. Okay. So this is the first word that we learned through law of association. Now let me ask you one question here. What this kid is doing actually in the picture? If you can type in the chat box, what this guy is doing. Okay, few responses. Crying.
Crying,
Great.
crying.
So yeah, so how many of you encounter, या तो हमने आपने खुद ने किया होगा, right? कि कोई भी बच्चा रो रहा है तो we use कि अले अले बच्चा चुप हो जा, अले अले मेरा बच्चा चुप हो जा, right? This is how we pamper, we try to calm the baby, right? So now let's learn a word from this experience called allay, right? The word is allay, right? So now the meaning of the word allay means to pacify, to calm, right? To relieve, to alleviate. These are the synonyms. So now memory key, whenever a child weeps, every Indian mother tries to calm her baby or child by saying, "Ale ale mera bachcha chup ho ja, ale ale mera bachcha chup ho ja," right? So she's trying to calm her baby. Hence the meaning of the word allay is to pacify or to calm or to relieve someone from pain or grief, right? So allay means to pacify, to calm, to soothe, right? Now let's move on to the another word. But before I move on to the another word, please take a look at this guy and tell me who is this guy in the video. In the chat box, if you can type in the chat box, who is this guy?
Penguin.
Okay. Penguin, right? Everyone knows about him. And see how cheerfully they are, walking, they are making stunts and living a life, right? So let's learn a word called sanguine from penguin, right? Sanguine means happy, cheerful, optimistic, hopeful, right? Now, sanguine sounds like penguin, sanguine penguin, right? So, penguin always appears happy and cheerful, right? Always appear happy and cheerful. Hence, we call sanguine penguin, right? So, penguins always seems to be happy and cheerful, and sanguine sounds like penguin, hence the meaning of the word sanguine is happy, cheerful, right? So now, you must have guessed what is going to come as a memory key here, right? It is too much intuitive. So dapper, right? Now dapper means neat and smart, right? Dapper means neat and smart. So memory key, dapper sounds like diaper, dapper, diaper, dapper, diaper. So after wearing a diaper, child becomes dapper. After wearing a diaper, child becomes dapper, right? Now, enervate. This is the new word, enervate. Now, enervate.
Mother.
Sorry?
Sorry, you can continue.
Okay. Great. So, enervate. This is a new word, enervate. I'm so sorry. For this thing. It's too much hot and humid here. Right. So, enervate. Right. So, enervate. Sounds like energy waste. Enervate, energy waste. Right. So that's the memory key. How you are going to remember this word. Enervate sounds like energy waste. So whenever our energy gets wasted, we feel exhausted. We feel fatigued, right? So The meaning of the word enervate is to deprive of strength, weaken physically or mentally, right? To get exhausted, to get fatigued. The memory key enervate sounds like energy waste. Enervate sounds like energy waste. When our energy gets wasted, we feel exhausted, we feel fatigued. Now, let's take a look at usage right here for this word. So, I was enervated due to excessive exercising, right? I was enervated due to excessive exercising. Second usage, experts suggest that a sound sleep is essential to remove enervation caused by the day's work, right? That's why we suggest 8 hours sleep is must, early to bed, early to rise, right? So enervate, energy waste, right? Great. So now what I'll do is I will play one video, right? Again, you might not be able to, hear the audio part, but that's okay. That's not needed for now. But what you have to do is you have to read whatever comes on the screen, and let's learn one word in a Bollywood style. Yeah. So let me play this video, and the word is basically badger. So the word is badger, right? Badger means to annoy by repeatedly asking, pestering, right? Now let's learn how to, learn this word, how to relate this particular meaning and this word with, something else and retain this word, right? So I will play this video. Uh, your job would be just to read whatever comes on the screen and learn it. Yeah. So right. Before I move on to another word, were you able to understand the meaning of the word badger? If yes, you can type in the chat box yes or no. I will be taking a look at the word. Uh, yes, great, great. Thank you so much for the response. And let me move on to the another word now.
Nagendra ji says he was a angry man.
Sorry.
Angry man.
Great. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So Abhi, I will basically play, not play, I'll basically show you ऐसे आंखें लाल कब होती है. If you guys can type in the chat box, right? आंखें लाल कब होती है? There are many reasons, तो हमारी आंखें लाल हो जाती हैं, but ऐसे हमारी आंखें लाल कब होती हैं? If you can type in the chat box. जैसे दिखाया गया है, से हमारी आंखें लाल कब होती है? Am I audible? Is there any disturbance at the back
No,
end?
no, it's perfectly fine.
Okay, great, great. Great. So ऐसे आंखें लाल, someone said anger, right?
Yes.
Great. Or crying, right? Right? So extreme anger, yes. So ऐसे आंखें लाल हमें पता है गुस्से में होती है, right? So let me quickly help you out with a word called irate. Okay? Irate का मतलब होता है angry, enraged, furious, गुस्सा हो जाना, right? Now memory की irate sounds like I read, irate, I read, irate, I read. So गुस्से में आंख लाल हो जाना. So irate means angry or furious, right? So we all know कि ऐसे आंखें लाल कब होती है. And irate sounds like I read. So angry, irate का मतलब हो गया angry. Okay, there's one situation. Okay, हमने सबने क्रिकेट खेला है, right, in the society. And जब भी हम शॉट मारते हैं 6 या 4, स्पेशली 6, right, एंड सोसाइटी है, ठीक है, एंड वो बॉल जाके किसी की खिड़की में गया, कांच तोड़ दिया, या किचन में चला गया, स्पिल द मिल्क, right? कुछ भी नुकसान हो गया किसी का. Okay, so while playing cricket in this society, how many times has a ball played hide and seek in someone else's window? And उसके बाद उसके consequences क्या होते हैं? Did you receive your ball very easily, right, from the neighbors? Right? The answer is no, है ना? So आंटी ने क्रिकेट बॉल वापस नहीं किया, फिर वापस कॉन्ट्री करो, टेनिस बॉल लाओ, राइट, रबर का बॉल लाओ, and again you have to do all those things, right? So let's learn one word called adamant, right? Adamant. Now adamant means stubborn, unyielding, ziddi, right? किसी की नहीं सुनना, right? And how are you going to remember this word? A damn aunt. Adamant sounds like a damn aunt. Adamant, a damn aunt. Our neighbor auntie is very adamant. बहुत ही जिद्दी है, stubborn है. She never returns a ball. Adamant, a damn aunt. है ना? तो जब भी हम क्रिकेट खेलते हैं, हमारा बॉल गया, ऑब्वियसली मतलब रोज नुकसान करोगे तो रिटर्न नहीं मिलेगा, राइट? तो adamant, a damn aunt. Okay. Another word is abhor, right? Abhor means to hate someone, right? Abhor sounds like abhor or can be hyphenated as abhor, abhor, abhor. So Chintu is such a bore that I abhor him, right? Chintu is such a bore that I hate him, है ना? Abhor means to hate. Okay, everyone knows about this company, right? Lakme, है ना? So please type in the chat box कि Lakme क्या products बनाती है? What kind of products it gives to the customer? Can you guys type in the chat box like what this Lakme is all about? किसी के responses आए हैं? Cosmetics, makeup, ठीक है. Now tell me कि why people buy cosmetic products, skin hair products, cosmetic products? Why do they buy? What is the cause or the purpose of buying those products? Like main reason. Main reason is to beautify, to look more beautiful, right? Correct. So let's learn a word called acme, right? Acme. Now acme means the highest. Acme means the highest point of anything. So the memory key, how we are going to remember, like you said, Lakme is a famous cosmetic brand. Acme sounds like Lakme. They are kind of rhyming to each other, right? Acme, Lakme, Acme, Lakme. So after applying Lakme in form of any product, right? Foundation, eyeliner, whatever, right? So after applying Lakme, her beauty rises to its acme. Her beauty rises to its highest point, right? After applying Lakme, her beauty rises to acme. So Lakme, acme, Lakme, acme. Okay. The word is banausic. Okay. The word is banausic. Now, meaning of the word banausic means boring, dull. Now, how are you going to remember this word? Banausic sounds like bina music. Banausic sounds like bina music, right? So bina music, without music, life would be banausic. Okay. So banausic means boring and dull, which sounds like bina music. So imagine a life without music, it would be boring. Okay. So banausic means boring, dull. Now, again, I will play a video. Let's learn one more word through Bollywood style. All right. The same drill. You have to read whatever comes on the screen, and let's learn a word. Okay. So let me play this video. So the word is jocund. Jocund means cheerful, light-hearted, right? So jocund. All right. So did you guys learn the word called jocund in a Bollywood style? If yes, please type in the chat box yes, so that we can move on go ahead with the another word. All right. Great. Okay. So let's move on to another. Okay. Another word is warmonger. Okay. So everyone knows about this guy, right? Hitler. We have, heard about him, read about him in our history textbooks, right? So warmonger sounds like war mangne wala. Warmonger, war mangne wala, right? Someone who always encourages war, someone who feels that war is the only solution, right? So a person or someone who always encourages warfare or who is very much aggressive is called warmonger, which sounds like war mangne wala. So you, whenever warmonger comes or pops in, this person should basically, come to your vision, come to your mind, right? Okay, okay, Hitler. Great. So another word. Let's move on to the another word here. Aghast, right? Another word is aghast. Now, aghast means something which is filled with horror or shock, right? Let's say a movie, right? Or let's say a place, like haunted place. Okay. So something which is filled with horror or shock is called aghast, right? Now, aghast sounds very similar to a ghost. Aghast, a ghost, राइट सो लेट्स से आप कोई मूवी देख रहे हैं, पॉपकॉर्न खा रहे हैं मस्त, और वहां पे कॉन्जरिंग मूवी लगी है, कोई एकदम से भयानक सीन आ गया एंड पॉपकॉर्न इज ऑल ओवर द फ्लोर, राइट? सो something which is filled with horror or shock is called aghast, right? And you can remember this word by splitting as a ghost. Okay, now I will play a short clip, and what you have to tell me in the chat box after the clip is done, ये क्या आया? You have to answer this question, okay? ये क्या आया? Okay, to this question you have to answer me in the chat box after I play this clip. Okay, so ये क्या आया? If you guys can type in the chat box after batsman is hitting the stroke. So ये क्या आया? If you guys can type in the chat box. क्रिकेट कोई नहीं देखता.
Four,
Okay,
four.
4, yes, cover drive 4. अरे ये ज्यादा टेक्निकल हो गया. Okay, great. In short 4 आया, right? तो ये 4 आया. So what would be the feeling, right? So let's move on to the another slide for 1 second, right? So after hitting a 4, what's the feeling amongst fans? मतलब स्टेडियम में माहौल कैसा रहेगा? Or if you are watching that match, what would be your feeling? How will you feel after you see a batsman hitting a stroke, 4 or 6, anything? How would you feel in the chat box after Indian batsman hitting a 4 or 6? How would you feel? You will feel cheers. Yes, you will do cheers, right? You will excited, happy, ecstatic, right? Uh, any more thing? Okay, excited, happy, right? So the thing is, we all know कि ये 4 आया. We all know कि हमें कैसा feel होता है after someone hitting a 4. So let's learn a word. ये 4 आया से let's learn a word called euphoria. Yeah, euphoria sounds like ये 4 आया. Euphoria, ये 4 आया. Euphoria, ये 4 आया, right? So euphoria means intense happiness, excitement, right? So the memory key is euphoria sounds like ye 4 aaya. Imagine the happiness of a cricket fan when Sachin plays a boundary stroke, right? That you all answered already. Excited, happy, right? So that is the meaning of the word euphoria. Euphoria, ye 4 aaya. Okay, potent, right? Now potent means powerful, mighty, right? Now how are you going to remember this? Potent sounds like pot plus and. Potent, pot plus and. So imagine an ant lifting a heavy pot. You will call that ant as powerful ant, potent ant, right? A tiny ant lifting a heavy pot. You will call that ant as mighty, powerful, right? So potent, pot plus ant. So potent means powerful, mighty. Okay, let me play a video here, right? And after this video, what I'll do is I'll quickly share a quiz, right, with all of you. And what you have to do is you have to just attempt the quiz, And we will announce three winners, right? And those three winners will be receiving a gift from our end, right, from the Volt Education, right? Either we will connect with you in person and hand it over to you, or we can courier you, right? So stay tuned. Let's learn this word, and whatever the number of words we have learned from them, from those stuff, we will we have designed a quiz, and you have to answer that. Okay, so let me play this video. So the word is carnage. Okay, the word is carnage. So I'll play the video here. 1 second. Okay, something. Yeah, okay. There you go. All right. So hopefully you learned the word carnage. If yes, you can type in the chat box yes. And what I'll do is I'll quickly share the quiz with all of you here. Okay. 1 second. So I'm sharing the link here, okay, and you will be able to find it here. 1 second. Do it, everyone. Yes. So here is the Google Form link. You guys can attempt the questions, okay, and there will be three winners that will be announcing, right? So you guys can uh, fill in the details, and we will get in touch with you, right, through this. And there are only four questions, so it should not take much time, and it's some MCQ type, right? So there's one thing, and another thing is basically okay. So in the meantime, till the time you are attempting the quiz, I'll quickly share my screen again. So let me know, Sakshi, if you're able to see my screen.
Moment. Yes, we can.
Okay, great, great. This is what Volt Education, is doing, helping people develop their vocabulary using memory tricks, right? And we have developed our, entire course of 1,000+ words, right, which are used in our day-to-day, life, day-to-day for our day-to-day activities, right? And it can be anything. Let's say you want to use it for, a day-to-day conversation, or you want to, if you're a student, right, who is preparing for bank PO, SSC, or any government exam, or CAT MET or let's say GRE TOEFL, right? So you everywhere you will see a section where vocab is used heavily, right? So uh, and apart from that, if you are having a good vocabulary, it will help you build confidence, all right? It will help you allay the fear of spoken English, right? People don't speak in English merely because they fear what if they will not be able to speak fluent, right? They don't take if let's say you are a school going kid, and you want to participate in any kind of a debate competition, essay writing competition, right? So everywhere this vocabulary will be used, and it will be helping you a big time, right? And the memory tricks that you're going to learn here in this entire course, in this entire program, it is not restricted or constraining you only to learn English vocab, right? We are also running our IIT JEE NEET coaching, so we use these techniques to help people learn chemistry reactions, right? Chemistry is a vast subject, right? It is itself is split into three parts, right? organic, inorganic, and physical, right? So in inorganic and inorganic, there are a lot of reactions, right? A periodic table is, just a small thing, right there. So to help them retain those reactions, those information for the longer period of time, these memory tricks can be used, can be a, it can help them a big time there as well, right? So for in this particular program, in this particular course, we basically use these techniques to help them improve and enhance their vocabulary, right? So that they can develop a good habits of reading novels, newspapers, magazines, etc. They are ready to participate in debate competition, essay writing competitions, right? Now, we teach, top 1,000+ words, split it into 20 to 25 live sessions, right? Which will be a 5-month program, right? So every week we conduct one live class, one live session, for them. That will be for 1 to 1.5 hours, right? And then we provide them PDFs, okay? So today we learn words, we learn the memory tricks, right? So in the PDF, we teach them, or we provide them the usages of those words, right? That is very important, because until and unless you know how to use that word, kid or anyone will not be able to use it, right? So I will also show you, what kind of PDFs we share with students, right, who are into our live program. And then they will get creative homeworks to build confidence, provide them practical exposure, right, of reading, speaking, listening, right? So that they start speaking in English, right? They do self-talk, they record it, they listen to it again, and find out their own mistakes, right? And improve that. So the whole idea is to help them improve the vocabulary and help them improve their fluency, so that they can speak in English confidently, right? And then they will get, quizzes, right, so that we can gauge how much they are retaining it, right? And if any rectification, any tweaking is required, we do that for that particular kid. And one grand quiz will be there after the entire course is done, like after 5 months, and that will be of 100 marks. And if student is scoring more than 75% or 75%, they will be receiving the certificate from our end. And yeah, so this is the entire program which we cost is actually 5,000 for 5-month program. But as you know, since people join our workshop, we provide them 50% off, right? So that these are nothing but the 3 batches that we are running, right? 2 batches on Saturday, one on Saturday morning, one on Saturday evening, and one on Tuesday evening, that is 8 to 9 p.m., right? So bonus is that you will be getting the recorded version of our entire course for free for entire 1 year, so that you can revise as many times you want to throughout the year, right? And you will be a part of our vocab hub WhatsApp group community for lifetime, where we keep on educating people, keep on conducting sessions, workshops, and we keep on posting informative videos and other stuff like related to vocabulary and personality development. So these are the things which we do. And as I said, this discount is for today only, 2499, 50% discount. And if you have any other questions, any other queries, feel free to let me know. And I will also, basically share my number and WhatsApp group link. If you wish, feel free to join, all right? Because we announce our winner's name in that group, so that we can basically, send the copies. Okay, the gift would be, yes, I forgot to mention that. So let me stop sharing my screen and again we share it. Yeah, 1 second. Yes. So just 2 minutes and I'm done. And I'll just help you out with the group link and one second. And the gift, yeah. So I hope everyone has attempted the uh, quiz. So here is the group link that we have. Yeah, WhatsApp group link. So feel free to join, right? And okay, okay, great. No worries. So the gift would be basically New Age Arjuna, right? The book that we have, written it down. So for people who will be the 3 winners, right? They will be receiving a book from our end, New Age Arjuna. That is a motivational kind of a book, a self-help book, right? So we will either courier you, or we can get in touch with you in person. So this is what is all about. So if you have any queries, any doubts, let me or Sakshi know. And this is my personal number. You can reach out to me on this number. And that's it. So that's it from my end. Hope you guys enjoyed the session. And thank you so much for joining. And thank you so much, Sakshi, for giving us the platform. Right. So all over to you. Thank you so much. Take care.
Yes, Mehul, we learned a lot of new things today, a lot of new words. But I would like to add in a little more and, ask some questions. Like, since you've mentioned more about how students can, learn these words, but what about us? How do we use these words, or is it useful to use it in our corporate life, in our working space? How can world education help us in this platform?
Oh, definitely. I mean, see, the top 1,000 words are, we have carefully, picked those words and curated the entire program, right? So these words can be used by students, right, who are preparing for competitive exams, and for the corporate, folks as well, right? Because we have experienced that, folks in the corporate culture are not able to communicate, right? Because of, a lack of vocabulary. So definitely, the words that you're going to learn in this entire program will be used by corporates, working professionals, everyone. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, anyone, any
That's why,
questions? Yes,
yeah,
Mehul.
to add, just to add this, since you have asked this question, I forgot to, show that. So, along with learning the word, the usages which I was talking about, right? So, I'll just quickly share my screen to show you the usage document. That will kind of give you the better idea about how, corporates and working professionals also can use, can be, of much use to them as well. Okay, so give me a second here, and let me quickly share my screen here. Okay, so let me, hopefully you're able to see my screen now. If you can confirm once.
No, yes.
Okay, so let's say this is the word that you learned, candid, right? So we provide the meaning of the word, right? What is the meaning? Like obviously you will learn in the a live session, and then examples like how are you going to use this particular word candid in different three examples, right? In different three scenarios, right? Let's say candid means truthful, straightforward, or frank, right? So honest opinion, she appreciated his candid feedback about her project because it helped her improve, right? Photography, we have used this mostly while taking of photos, candid le lena, right? So the candid photos taken at the party captured everyone's true emotions and made great memories. Conversation, they had a candid conversation about their feeling and resolved misunderstanding, right? So this is how you will get 3 to 5 usages per word in the form of a document. So students or any learner of any age can grasp it, and they will get the homework of coming up with their own usages, so that they will use their brain. They will refer Google. They will take help from their parents if they are a small kid, right? So they will basically come up with their own usages, right? And they will get other homeworks as well, to which they will improve their communication skills as well. Yeah, I hope that cleared that question.
Thank you so much. Yes, the platform is open for questions, any doubts, any word that you have in mind and you would like Mehul to answer you with some answer, some creative answer. Yes, Mr. Ashok.
Yeah,
Yes,
Mehul,
please.
it was really nice attending this. And frankly, there were many new words for me. And and the technique that you use by replacing some words with the imaginary things and some words with something like, does it sound like, are they homophones, you can say? Are they something related to homophones?
Yes, so it is a combination of homophones as well, right? Like let's say sale, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we make use of like in our course, we don't basically explicitly, mention this, but
Yeah.
yes, in our chat, in our WhatsApp group, once we basically did this activity of, sharing them sharing the homophones with, people, so that they can, that sounds, similar, but the meanings are different.
Meanings are
Yes,
different. Yeah. Lovely.
yes,
A very good technique. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
yeah. Thank you so much,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Ashok.
Yes, anyone else? Anyone? Yes, Nagenderji, you would like to say something? You're on mute, huh? You need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this session. Thank you very much, guys. Literally new word for me. Like, even I can use these words into presentations as well, not only in the
Yes,
form of writings. Whenever we are presenting something, but whenever there is a situation when we need to explain the angriness, so that we can replace with these words.
right.
Like this is where that I'm struggling now
Yeah,
when we are presenting something else and try to
it gives
implement
an
that word.
additional impression for
Additional
the,
impressions, always vocabulary adds value to our presentation.
yes.
So that's, I'm a strong believer of this, and your approach was very nice. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to continue this.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Mr. Nagin.
Thank you.
Okay, so with this, we come to an end for today's session. And thank you, Mehul, for being a part of PosiFest on such a short notice. For everyone to let you know, today's coach, Dr. Tazin, has just not been so well. So she will be conducting her session on 20th, that is Saturday. And Mr. Mehul has been kind enough to just replace on a very, very, very short notice. So thank you once again for being here. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Have a great evening.
Great evening.